On the news tonight, Governor Soludo commissions modern solution market, others in Iwilobia. Federal government urged to re-engineer its economic architecture. Federal government clears 14,000 e-visas, targets overstayers in renewed crackdown. 3 persons killed in Ukrainian drone attack on central Russia. Security is here to stay in Anambra State. In the Anambra, remember, security is everyone's business. And for us to have a more secure, livable Anambra State, let us join forces with the government to secure our state. If you see something, say something. Report unscrupulous elements to the security operators for better security of lives and property. Remember the emergency numbers 5111 and 080-022-00008. ABS TV is now live on cable free-to-air. Join us. My name is Chedema Orawan, now the news in full. As part of its broad urban regeneration effort, Governor Chukwuma Soludo has commissioned the Modern Solution Market and Bus Terminal in Ekwulobia. The facility, which features large open space for those who will shop, solar power, canteen, water supply, among others, will house the traders and commuters currently doing business around the newly constructed Ekwulobia flyover who will be displaced. ABS Government House correspondent Ejike Ebana filed on this report.
Glory of God and to the benefit of thousands of people who will be using this facility and for the continual urban regeneration of Anambra State, that we then commission this solution market today. To God be the glory.
Providing the alternative as well as his administration's policies are part of the Afghan mantra of leave no one behind, concentrated on the poor and forgotten segments of the society to give the people minimum pleasure, while stating that the property belongs to the state government in partnership with the local government for effective and efficient management. He explained that those that will occupy the facilities have been provided and that they will get the shops free of cost.
It's part of our urban regeneration agenda. We decided we wouldn't just ask them to leave the place. We will have to provide them with an alternative. And that's why we've decided to build there.
The Commissioner for Transportation, Barrister Patricia Igwebike, described the bus terminal as a legacy project that will solve the congestion issue, just as the Special Advisor to Governor Marquis, Chief Evarist Oba, pointed out that Ekwulobia is now fully organized with the presence of the facility. Earlier, the Mayor of Agwata, Dr. Chibweze Ofobike, President General of Ekwulobia Town Union, and Joseph Ezoka thanked the governor for the initiative, which has transformed the place that used to be a bush.
The chairman of the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, PFN, in Anambra State, Bishop Moses Ezedebego, has expressed disgust over the sufferings of the masses in Nigeria as a result of the high cost of living, which he blamed on poor government economic policies. Speaking in an interview with the EBS at Amobia, Bishop Ezedebego, while condemning the sudden removal of the fuel subsidy without putting necessary measures in place to cushion the effect on the masses, called on the federal government to look inwards and find a way of reducing the prices of commodities, especially food items, in addition to checking the arbitrary increase in electricity tariff to save Nigerians from untold hardship. Correspondent Abuchi was filed on this report.
Bishop Ezedebego, who maintained that the petroleum subsidy removal, well planned, supposed to alleviate the hardship of the people in view of huge amounts of money government saved from it, regretted that instead it has continued to inflict more pains on the people, and said that instead of planning on how to improve the living standards of the people, politicians are seriously working for the 2027 general elections in the country.
So the government must change whatever system, whatever architecture, whatever plan they have, so that the common man on the street will feel it, that things are changing in terms of the cost of things going down. There's no amount of media hype and media campaign that will make people to believe that things are changing. It's until they see it, feel it, touch it, in their day-to-day living.
He called on the federal government to seek ways of assisting practicing farmers with interest-free loans and farm inputs, in addition to ensuring security of lives, to ensure that farmers engage in their farming activities without fear, which he said will guarantee food security in the country.
Our former National Assembly member, Chief Chinedu Obidigwe, has told the numerous developmental strides of Governor Chukwuma Soludo, which cut across all sectors of the state economy. Speaking in Otuota, Anambra East local government area, Chief Obidigwe showered encomiums on Governor Chukwuma Soludo for intentionally driving the state economic change. Correspondent Chibuzo Okoye filed in this report.
Chief Obidigwe, who is the immediate past member that represented Anambra East and West Federal Constituency, maintained that what Governor Soludo has done in less than 4 years will help the All Progressives Grand Alliance to win the November 8th Anambra governorship election. The former federal lawmaker particularly applauded the governor for his healthcare revolution, especially the construction of Enugu to Aguleri General Hospital, which he said is a step in the right direction.
Yes, I am is on the day of the voting. We are coming to deliver. I challenge all the stakeholders here to stand up and rise and support Governor Soludo for what Governor Soludo is doing, because one good turn deserves another.
This is Chibuzo Okoye for ABS News.
On the national scene, the federal government has set August 1st, 2025 as the deadline to begin issuing stiff penalties to foreigners who have overstayed their visas. However, it opened an online immigration amnesty portal in July to allow affected individuals to regularize their stay before the penalties take effect. Interior Minister Dr. Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo said once the amnesty period is over, they will implement the law 100%, and of course, there will be a penalty for overstaying in Nigeria. He disclosed that these are the stakeholders' sensitization on major Nigeria immigration service innovations on international passenger travel at the state headquarters in Abuja. Dr. Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo also said the recently launched electronic visa regime has processed over 14,000 applications within its first 6 weeks. And on the foreign scene, 3 people have been killed and 35 others taken to hospital following an attack by Ukraine on a factory in the city of Izhevsk. The governor of Udmurtia, Alexander Beshev, said of those injured, 10 had suffered serious injuries, adding he had briefed President Vladimir Putin on the attack. Drones reportedly targeted the Kupol electrochemical plant, a military factory that is said to produce tow-surface-to-air missile system and radar stations. The plant also specializes in the production of also air defense system and has developed drones. An Ukrainian official confirmed that 2 long-range drones operated by the Security Service of Ukraine, SBU, struck the Kupol plant from a distance, saying that each such special operation reduces the enemy's offensive potential, disrupts the military production chains, and demonstrates that even deep in Russia's rear, there are safe zones for its military infrastructure. Russia's civil aviation regulator, Rosavistasia, imposed restrictions on operations at the airport before lifting them a few hours later. Nigeria's under-20 male team, the Flying Eagles, have converged again on Abuja, the country's capital, for their final chase of preparations for the CAF Wafu Under-20 Boys Cup, which will be played in Ghana from July 10 to 23. The tournament is said to be organized to foster regional collaboration and showcase emerging football talent across West Africa. The maiden edition in Accra, Ghana, will bring together 13 national under-20 teams from across WAFU Zone A and B. After ending their initial campaign abruptly due to the postponement of the tournament, the head coach of the team, Ali Zubairu, confirmed the resumption of the team after a new date was announced by the organizers. The team's camp in Abuja comprises some of the players that have been held in the country to pick the ticket of the 2025 Under-20 World Cup in Chile and a few new players. Nigeria is drawn in Group A alongside the host nation Ghana and the Benin Republic, while Group B features Niger, Togo, Ivory Coast, and Burkina Faso. And that's just about it on the news tonight. But before we go, remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any parts of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow us at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television, or follow us on X at ABS Radio TV and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. A quick recap of our major stories. Governor Saludo has commissioned modern solution market orders in Equilobia. Federal government has been asked to re-engineer its economic architecture. Federal government has cleared 14,000 e-visas, targets overstayers in renewed crackdown. We tell you on forums that 3 persons have been killed in Ukrainian drone attack in central Russia. Security is here to stay in Anambra. The Anambra, remember, security is everyone's business, and for us to have a more secure, livable Anambra state, let us join forces with the government in securing our state. If you see something, say something. Report and scrupulous elements of the security operatives for better security of life and property. Remember the emergency numbers 5111 and 080-022-00008. ABS TV is now live and cable free to air. Join us. My name is Chidima Oranwa. Thank you so much for joining us on the news tonight.